two shitty things. One, I'm sick again. Shocker, right? And then two, well, I am writing again because I'm doing that thing I always did when I was young, is when something was going wrong with my family, I'd go off and go into imaginary land, right? So, some crazy things happening with my family. One that I'm not really, I don't even know how to, it's just, yeah, I'm in shock. But, I'm going to just do this today. I'm just kind of, and I was going to at least make a mental note to say that I wrote today, which today is the November 21st. And I've already done, oh, I already did 3. Well, shit. Okay. Well, I did 3 pages already, so I'll just keep going and see what happens. Well, good afternoon, or no. We are done, I think. I got right in this section here, and then I realized, you know what? I think I should add an old thing that I wrote a long time ago, but I'm sorry, I can't find it. I've been looking everywhere. I'm like, I don't know where that is. And it's so old. How old is it? It's so old that I don't think it's on the computer, and I never sent it through an email to anybody. So I have to kind of figure out where the fuck I put that, because it's perfect. Luckily, worst case scenario, it's gone, even though there's like 4 copies somewhere. I have the original handwritten version of it in a journal. So worst case scenario, I just have to look at the unedited version of it, because I edited it severely after I wrote it in the journal. So I don't know. But we're down here. This is the basement. And I'm just down here because I'm hanging out with my little friend. That's a mother. She's got 2 kids around here somewhere. You have 3 cats now? Yeah, I do. I have 3. I don't know, man. This has been one of those, like, up and down days. Today's Tuesday. I always have it off, but I had to work because I'm going to have Thursday and Friday off because fucking stupid holidays, you know, Thanksgiving. And, had a weird thing going on with my family. And so, I you know, I had to talk to people and stuff. It's just annoying sometimes. People are like, you know, I always feel like I'm the fucking one that has to go and help people figure things out. Help people, like, you should say this to that person. You should communicate, like this intermediary, right? And it's so clear because if you look at a lot of the work in my lore, like in the lore of the book and stuff, there are so many intermediaries. Like, there's this group and then there's that group, but there's this intermediary between them, and then there's this group and there's that one. And, you know, it's just like I always create these, like, middlemen. I always do, because I always felt like one. It's like there's these 2 great forces that can't seem to get along for stupid reasons, and there's this guy in the middle that's like, you know, like, you both kind of are stupid right now. Let's chill out a little bit. Like, it kind of affected my lore because I find myself doing it so fucking much, you know. That was always something that I did growing up, with family, with friends. Like, I would be the one that breaks my friends up. In fact, I have a vivid memory of my 2 friends getting in like a fist fight, and then the whole neighborhood, the trailer park, gathered around them, and I pulled them apart. And as I got done, I started crying really, like, hard, because I didn't like that they did that. And People thought that was stupid. Like, come on, let him fight. Like, no, fuck you, you faggot. Like, I was so mad at them, but I was upset. You know, like, you guys are a bunch of monkeys. You know, like, it's not what it's about. Be fist fighting each other for no fucking reason. But typically, no one else thought that way. They wanted to see a fight, because you know how dumb people are. And that's just been the story of my fucking life. I cry a lot in public, and I break up fights. That's who I am. Never really wanted to be this guy, but you know, that's what happens. That's just who I became. So, yeah. But besides that stupid fucking shit, I have. You are just so playful right now. Yeah, she's just very friendly. She's like, I like when you pet. I like pets. Oh. Yep, there she goes. She's like, I want tummy time. I want tummy time. Slightly attack, slightly. And then stops, realizing, oops, I don't mean to bare my teeth at you. Yeah, I don't know. Besides all that stupid shit between people, as it always is, what did I do? I think I only did like 4 pages today, just because of, you know, my mind seems to be kind of everywhere, you know. Not only that, but just feeling like shit, just being sick. Just like, man, this sickness really fucks with you. I don't know what it is. It's what it feels like. Stop it. Stop. What it feels like is something that's like, you get it really bad, and then it kind of tapers down, and then you get it again, and it tapers down. It feels like this is one long sickness that's been lasting for like a long time. As far as I can remember, 5 months. That's what it feels like. And I do everything I can. You know, I quit smoking. I quit. I have to chill out on the sugar, maybe, I don't know. And then I take multivitamins every fucking day, you know, from vitamin A to zinc, right? I try to do less digital stuff, you know. I still wake up a lot no matter what. I try to not get caught up in low frequency stupid shit as much as I can. I try to relax myself, and it just seems like, still, man, I can't seem to just be not sick or ill. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. I'm fucking sick of it, man, literally. I'm tired of feeling this way. All I want to do is just feel all right, like a normal fucking person. I can just breathe through my nose, my ears aren't packed, and my throat doesn't hurt. I don't feel like my head's in a fog. Like, I just want to be like okay. And it's like, where's my mind, you know? Like, when you talk about frequencies, like, have I fallen down really low or something? I didn't feel like it. I felt like I was going up because my life was getting, you know, there's a lot more positivity and a lot more to look forward to, and I was accomplishing things. I'm actually doing better all around me, but it seems like the minute I start doing better is the minute I started getting sick a lot more often. Is it like, am I purging something? Is there some dark fucking shit holding on to me, making me sick all the time? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. So, you know, because I would go to the walk-in clinic, or I went to the emergency room once just because I had a hard time breathing. And they always say the same thing. It's just like, here's some antibiotics, and stop thinking so much. You know, like, they make it just seem like this is probably all in your head. You need to relax. And I'm easily swayed. I'm like, well, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I wish. There's no way. I don't want to be sick. Like, I don't know. I wonder if, like, I'm so deep in a depression that You sink so far and you think that you got out. Does that make sense? Like you're so deep into it that you start to change the way you look at everything. And you're like, this is all the good. You know, like I rose out of it. Like instead of that, that's what you think. But in reality, no, you just change your perspective to think that this is normal. I don't know. It's hard because you know you're in your own life and you can't really, as hard as you can try to like look beyond what it is and see it from another perspective, sometimes it's like you miss things that are obvious to someone else. Like, you know, I can't really say what that could mean, you know, like I don't. What it feels like is every day is a fucking fight. Just some sort of goddamn fucking fight that you have to have for stupid shit. You know, like having to go to work every fucking day, having to pay your bills every fucking month or whatever they're due, having to do this, having to do that. You have all these fucking commitments, you know, and holiday time, you have to do these fucking things, and like it just. I guess I get tired of having to do things all the time. You know, it starts to eat at me. All I want to do is go away and work on my work. Shut the fucking world away, but I'm still so reliant on the world, you know? I'm not some established fucking author that can kind of go off and do that shit. Because I already have kind of a backlog of money. Like enough to get me through to the next publishing. Like that's what I can't do. You know what I mean? Like I have to continuously go to work, and then in that process of going to work, it's like it takes away all my energy. It takes away all my motivation, my creativity. It's like it's stifling me, you know? Because why does it do that? Because the whole time I'm there, I'm mad or I'm irritated at fucking other people. You know, either like the way that they are or the way that they make work out to be. They make it harder than it needs to be, or they're assholes for no fucking reason, treat you like shit because of their hang-ups. That's the kind of stuff, and then it throws me off, and as hard as I sit and try, like, don't let it hit you. That isn't you. As hard as I fucking try to do that, there are times it still gets through. You know what I mean? As hard as you can try to get out of that fucking stupid sphere of their faggy games they like to play. You know, like this weird, it's like schoolyard shit. It's like, I don't want to play. You keep trying to fucking lure me in, you know what I mean? Like, we can't identify you because you're quiet. We're going to take our shit, put it on you so we can make you what we want you to be because we're afraid of the unknown. Like, I'm sick of that. Leave me the fuck alone. That's been something that's been going on my whole life. It's just because I'm quiet, people don't like that because I need to know what you are. So because they don't know what you are, they're like, well, because of that, then I'm going to take everything I know about myself and put it on you. Now I know what you are. And then they treat you like shit in their own way because that's the side of themselves. And that's kind of why I've always accepted I'm a mirror. I'm like, I'm the fucking mirror to people's lives, you know? And that's, I mean, once you read the book, it'll be so clear. Like, I see why he wrote it from this perspective. Because that's what it feels like. You just like, all you're doing is not participating, but being present. And in the fact of you just being present, it will throw people in such a fucking spin that they have to put things on you. For instance, like if you're at work and you don't conform, they will do whatever they can to force you to conform. You know what I mean? And whether it's a uniform thing, whether it's the way you behave, whether it's like what they think your intent is and all that. I can't go into the specifics with me because God knows if someone finds it and tries to use shit against me, I'm not going to play. But like, it's all I ever find is like them trying to push shit on you so you can get broken and like jump in like, yeah, like let's talk about football. Let's talk. I love this team, you know. On the break, or going in and giving a fuck about like how like straight the end cap looks and like on the shelves and ordering properly. Like that's all they want you to do because that's what they're doing and it makes them feel better. And if you're not doing it, you're reminding them how meaningless it really is, and they don't like that. And they're like, well, we gotta, that it's him, it's not this, it's gotta be him. He's not taking this seriously enough. And I found that to always kind of be something that I've faced a lot of. It's between that and it's the fucking being the mediator between two factions, it seems like. Those are always the two fucking things that I find myself always having to fucking deal with. And it truly gets annoying after a while. Because it's like, you know, what do you do? Well, then what do you want? Is what you can ask yourself. Like, okay, I don't want to do any of that anymore. Can't do that, you gotta have a job. Well, then shut the fuck up. There's nothing I can do about this. Like, if I like someone, I will make it known and I will communicate to you. If I don't, there's a reason I'm not talking to you. And, you know, and that's what's hard. It's like, it's so hard to stay to yourself when you're in some little community. Whether it's a job, school, or some sort of, like, I don't know, like church or whatever it is. Like, whenever you try to stay, like, I'm just going to be here for me, people don't like that. They want you to just jump in with them. They want to absorb you into whatever the fuck they got going on. To validate. You should care about this as much as I do, so I don't feel so shitty about neglecting my fucking family because of my job. You need to come in with me. Like, no. Good. I'm going to hang out over here in reality. I find that to be the shit that just always gets at me. You know? I made comments before in previous videos about trying to skirt around the edge of the bubble of life, if you want to call it that. It's inside this like water bubble and you see all the things happening and I'm trying to skirt around the edge. That's kind of the metaphor I use, but that's what it feels like. Just trying to come through and like, I don't want to jump into your shit, man. I want to hang out here. If I'm going to have to fucking live in this realm, in this goddamn world, well then let me exist the way I want to. And it's like everyone's like, no, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to like this, you need to feel bad about that, you need to buy this, you need to think that. You know, like that's what it feels like. Everyone's just like telling you, like, do. Whether it's on the television, whether it's in your workplace, or whether it's fucking, I don't even know, wherever the fuck else people go in the world. It's always something. Someone presents you with an idea and they've already given you the feeling about it. Like the big ones in the past few years is like COVID. This is what it is what we want you to believe. Here, take it. And you're like, I don't know, man, I'm not really involved. And they're like, well, good, because if you feel that way, then we've already lumped you into this group so people can make you feel shame for it. And hopefully they can publicly bring you this way. But if not, it's okay to have division. We like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's shit like that. Or, you know, what's the big stuff going on now? I've mentioned a few times, like the race shit, or whatever the fuck's going on with Israel and Muslim shit. I remember the first thing I thought when I saw that Palestine Hamas thing or whatever it is, I was like, oh, they're doing this again? Doing the Muslim hate thing? Tried that at 9/11, now they're going for it one more time. Why not? It's like from that fucking level all the way down to your fucking neighbors. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's so crazy to me. Like, everyone tries so hard to convince other people. And then like that video I made of questioning self. Like, none of that, though. I just, you know, I can't help but see the world that way, and that's what my writings feels like. When I get into it, when I start reading back the shit I'm fucking working on in my books, it's so very clear that that's the philosophy. Is someone who's thrust into a fucking world and has to goddamn either conform or change it. Because this character tries as long as they possibly can to just ignore it. And that's not doing it. You can't do anything anymore. You can't just, like, I can't just like, well, I'll just go off learn how to fucking take care of myself in that manner. Just go on a piece of land, build a house, learn all those skills, and just live there. Because someone randomly is going to approach and say, I purchased this land. You can't do that. Also, you're not paying taxes. Like, no matter what you do, someone's going to come in there and say, you need to do this. You better do something that I'm telling you to do. No matter what. Like, from that level. So it's like, you're already fucking doomed anywhere else. You can't just exist anymore. It's got to be this fucking game that you got to play. It's hard. I don't know how people fucking do this all the time. Like having goals like, well, I want to buy a house. And the last thing I'm thinking is like, yeah, the fucking banks are buying up all the houses because they're taking from people. So eventually there's no more houses owned by people but fucking banks who can just make up numbers and shit. Can't you see what's happening here? I don't want to buy a fucking house. Because like, I always joke, I'm like, it's almost as if they make it seem like, yeah, every house that's ever been is already built. And for whatever fucking reason, you gotta pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to live in a goddamn building that someone else made 30 years ago. It's already paid off. But no. It's got a new price and you need to live in it now. How fucking weird is that? That's just crazy to me. It's like, on a small level, I bought this old computer, or I bought this typewriter. Why the fuck did it cost me as much as it did back then is beyond me. Or you buy an old vehicle, why the fuck are you charging $10,000 for a 35-year-old truck? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's paid off. Like, well, that's inflation. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, I'm just like, maybe I'm ignorant, but I'm just mind blown. Like, how all this shit is, and yet they participate in this. Don't you want to make money? Don't you want to live like this? Don't you want to do that? Don't you want to feel good about this? Go to therapy. Go to church. It's like everything is man. And I get fucking like maddened by it. Like, agile, crazy. Like, it's maddening. That you have to do all these things that other fucking people want you to do. That's all it ever is. Well, don't worry. A bunch of other people are doing it too. So it's okay. And you're like, oh yeah, just like in school again. Like, oh, as long as everyone else is doing it, then I guess I'll do it too. It's normal. Like, how crazy is that? That's just crazy to me. But you can't not exist. You can't be like, well, then I'll do nothing. I'll just sit here. You'll die. You know what I mean? Or something. I don't know. I mean, what would happen if you just sat and did nothing? Eventually someone would do something to you, right? If you just like sat in the middle of a road. So it's like, you can't even do that. What the fuck are you supposed to do? It's like, make a statement in your life? Okay, well, some people try that with shooting places. Some people try that with creating religions. And some people try that with philosophy. And shit, like, everyone tries in their own way, whether it's really good or really bad. The whole spectrum. What are you supposed to jump in that too? Like, alright, well, I'm gonna write a fucking book and I'm gonna voice my opinion. For what? To be misunderstood by a bunch of people and then they start doing fucked up things in your name? I don't know about that, man. I can't help but have this mentality in this realm, this world of like, none of this makes sense. And I think it's all crazy. Like, I can't help that's my mentality. You know what I mean? It's not what I want to think. I try to conform, but man, it gets so weird. You just can't, like, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. I don't know. All I can fucking do is keep trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. You know? I mean, that's the only real ticket that there is that I can fucking find so far. I don't know, though. I mean, as far as I can see, this is all some big fucking joke that I'm supposed to unravel. Or something.